look at your home and want to change everything? Download
Microphone check 1 2. Hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. Had to reboot. Laptop was well, actually VMware was tripping. Let's see if we can bring that up. Hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. You're now tuned in to the NetworkBruh. He doesn't have his sound effects or his lighting. If you can't hear me, then the sound. But it looks like y'all can hear me. Yeah, let me know what's up. Got Foster in the building. Creed 9 in the building. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all hit me with a brush, so I guess y'all can hear me. And this phone act like, oh jeez, this phone, man. And there go those ads coming up on the damn bruh app. Unbelievable. Anyway, see what we got on the news today. What was we doing here? Bring up Eve, see if we can get to logging in. We're gonna do another OSPF version 3 lab. Yes, y'all know what I said. Repetition is the key to mastery. We're gonna try to mix it up though. We're gonna do a little freestyle, so I'm just gonna come up with a topology on the fly here and see what we can come up with, right? So I guess we'll just add a new lab. I am in the OSPF folder, right? Yep, OSPF labs, new lab. We'll just call it OSPFv3 Freestyle. We have no tasks because we're just gonna work with it. We're gonna work with just routers because I remember the switches, these switches, those images of that switch that I have does not support OSPF version 3. So we're just gonna put some routers in here. Let's start off with let's put 4 routers there. The prefix will be just R, so that way there'll be R1 through 4. We don't want to limit. Click save. There they go. 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 Let's see. I guess we can start off with putting them in the backbone area. We'll do, I guess, like a little 1, 2, 3, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put these guys in the backbone area. We'll start off with the backbone, and then we'll probably work our way to the next side, to the other side, and put them in the whatchamacallit, in another area. We'll make this guy a router that'll sit between 2 areas, right? We call that what? An ABR, area border router. I guess we can just drag and drop our cabling, labeling and cabling. Let's see what else we got. While you guys, hope you guys are freestyling with me. We're just gonna. That's what I was looking for. News, because I moved them. Because y'all know, just me labbing and you guys watching, that's not how you guys are gonna learn, right? You have to get some hands-on here along with me for you to learn, right? We got our cable there. Let's put another cable here. Bloop. Bloop, bleep, bloop. We'll put this in area 0. We'll put all these guys right here in the area 0. This is going to be our backbone, right? Should we power these guys on before we start doing some other stuff? No, because you have to turn this guy off if we're going to work on him and put him somewhere else. So let's add another router. Put him in another area. We got to make sure we don't do it all at the same time, or else my laptop will blow up here. Not the switch, but the router. We named him VIOS because we wasn't paying attention. Edit. Call him router 6, I guess. Router 5. R5. Of course, we got an ad. Of course, some more ads. Ads everywhere. Ads everywhere. U.S. IT job growth jumps in August. 2021 on track for record hiring levels. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, get into cybersecurity, just IT in general, man. Businesses would have hired even more IT workers, especially developers, cybersecurity staffers, and compliance experts, had they been able to find enough qualified candidates. The job growth in the U.S. IT industry accelerated in August. Oh, another ad. The fuck, man? Accelerated in August, adding 25,400 positions, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Data reported in the latest figures of from IT employment consultancy Janko Associates. That growth in IT positions comes even as the highly infectious Delta variant of COVID-19 slowed overall job growth, mainly due to slowdowns in the restaurant and entertainment sectors. Crazy, man. Yeah, so that don't surprise me at all, man. Like, IT was just the IT field in general, just people working from home and stuff like that. You know, a lot of jobs and companies just shifting everybody to work from home. That requires a lot of a good network infrastructure. You need, VPN services and stuff like that. Like, everybody's just so dependent. They didn't realize how much the internet was important to them until they realized, oh, we want to work from home. So the August surge follows job growth of about 18,500 in June and 10,100 in July. Both are revised figures reflecting continuing business recovery from the pandemic in the U.S. In fact, IT job growth has occurred every month this year, though it was uneven through May. The IT job situation in the U.S. continues to look very much like the pre-pandemic state, more positions than candidates. That's crazy. In fact, businesses would have filled even more positions had they found enough qualified candidates. And that's what they said at the beginning. I'm not going to read this rest of this article, but yeah, man, this, if you guys are not in the IT field, man, now is definitely the time to join, man. You don't even need a college degree. I mean, I do have a college degree and everything like that, but I can tell you right now, I'd say the last 4 or 5 IT jobs I've had, none of them motherfuckers asked me about my degree. They just asked what my background was, what kind of experience I had and stuff like that, any certifications and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to say my degree is useless because I did get a degree that was, a technology related degree. It was management information systems, and I graduated from University of Central Florida. Now, it wasn't a strictly like computer science or, an IT degree or whatever, but it was an MIS degree, which was hybrid. I like to call it a hybrid degree because it was some business courses we took and some IT courses that I took. So I took, I took some SAP programming. I took some SQL Server courses. I did some computer programming courses. But I also had some finance courses. I also had some business courses and stuff like that. So, it was a little bit of both. And believe it or not, I did take a networking course. And that class was a blur. I didn't have no idea that I was going to get into networking. But I do remember it had something to do with IP addressing and routers and shit like this right here with network topologies and stuff like that. I didn't pay that class no attention. But, it's just funny how, life works, man. And that's what I ended up doing. But let's get started. Well, I guess I kind of am getting started. I'm just kind of designing the network here. This is going to be my backbone area. I have this guy is going to be an ABR, so it's going to make this. I guess we can do some labeling here. Add an object. This mouse, man. I swear this mouse. There we go. Custom shape. We'll do a square. We'll do it in the background will be, I guess, what's that? Teal or whatever the fuck. oops, save that. And this right here will be my, in there way to make it bigger. Yeah, I guess this will be my background, my backbone network. Where is it? There you go. There you go, right there. That's what we're looking for. This will be the backbone. What else we need here? That'd be the backbone. We'll call this area. I can't label it. Oh, can't put a label there. Can't put a label there like that. Let's get out of this. Where is the text? Right there. We'll just say area 0. Save that right now. Make him bold. Edit that. Bold. Yes. I guess we'll do that. That's area 0. We'll connect this guy to this guy. And then we'll make this, I don't know, area 54 or something. Put another box here. Typically I stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But 9 o'clock is starting to look like a more ideal time, man. It gives me a little bit more time to prepare, even though I don't think I really prepared today. We're doing a little freestyle today, so let's try to recall some of the stuff that we did this week. Let's do another, another object. Picked shape. No, come on, man. This is a, there we go. Jeez, man. All right, we'll do it in red, I guess. Square. This will be area, we'll do that in area 54, I guess, right? We'll do area 54. Duplicate that. Make him area 54. And what should we do here? We don't want to come out here because that would be a bad network. If we put another area right here that does not connect to the backbone area. Now we could do that, and theoretically we could have it somehow connect to area 0. Do you know what method we could take to do that? It is possible to do that, but that would be a poorly designed OSPF network. Let's start off with this for now. Let's go ahead and start all these guys and get some IP addressing IP addressing done here. More actions. Start all nodes. Bloop. Hopefully this laptop don't explode. Y'all hit me that like button, man. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in and stuff like that. I haven't been really consistent with my times. Oh, and I had to order. This is an automated email. I had to order that Encore book, man. I had just a PDF copy and stuff like that. There was for some reason, I need a physical copy to read it and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll get me to start reading the damn book. Let's console on the router 1. Console. He didn't start? You talking about start? Start. Come on, man. Don't do me like this, man. Come on, Eve. I'm starting to like you here, man. Router 3 started. Okay, he's starting to, I guess he's starting to. Router 4. There you go. Router 2. He looked like he's starting router 1. I guess they weren't starting up, man. I did start all nodes, so I don't know. I don't get that. Please start with router 1. Let's start with that guy. I didn't do all of that. I didn't drag and drop. What the this thing is pissing me off. Anyway. Security to begin. You have to look at that. Look into that right there. Close this bad boy. That is router 1 right there. Right. He looked like he's starting up. Close that. And y'all got any questions or anything, man? I know I don't seem as lively as I normally do, right? I don't know. I just had I can say a long day, but I definitely worked today. I got my paycheck today. Come Company got the work. They got their work out for me, man. From me. See what else we got in the IT world. While this bad boy loads up. You see it's still loading up over there. Western Digital announces a hybrid hard drive. I remember that company, right? I used to get the hard drives from them too. Back when I used to deal with like SATA drives and stuff like that. Western Digital hopes to get hybrid storage right by combining HDD with NAND and the CPU. So basically, they taking all three technologies and make them into one. So hard drive, NAND, which is it's kind of like solid state, but it's like the regular chips that you can put in a like in a phone and stuff, right? Let me verify. Let me verify what exactly that is, right? It's a logic gate. Oh, basically, yeah, it's a semiconductor kind of flash memory. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I thought. And the CPU, and obviously you know what the CPU is, right? Central Processing Unit. Western Digital has announced a new disk drive architecture. Stop giving me these ads. I'm gonna punch this computer monitor. That combines flash memory with high density hard disk drive plus a small CPU to manage everything. If this sounds familiar, it is. Several years ago, there was an effort by WD and other hard disk drive makers to build hybrid hard drives with small flash drives acting as a cache for the hard disk. But those efforts failed. So I guess they're going to try it again. We're in router 1 right now. Let's try to get some IP addressing here, right? He looked like he waking up. Wake up, make a wake up, Mr. West. Come on, man, wake up. Is he waking up? Is he waking up? Or is he that slow? Microphone check. There you go, right there. He's starting to wake up. There was a huge pitfall in those drives, he told me. The drives didn't know what kind of data they had. So they didn't know that hot data was frequently accessed and should be written onto the flash drive, while warm or cold that wasn't accessed as much should be written to the disk. Not everybody could actually figure out all the time as to where the data should go, or whether it's hot or warm or cold data, which is why it never took off, said Pinicati. But because of that, we're able to go forward with the lessons learned and how it's a different model than in the past. I guess this would be similar to something that's not solid state drives, but there's my cousin was just telling me about the new type of drives. They're basically it combines all of that technology together. The CPU, a flash drive, plus like an actual hard disk drive. So there's more to this than a few new chips. WD is taking capacities of up to 50 terabytes by the second half of the decade. It was able to add more capacity thanks to greater tracks per inch. Look at this thing. This thing is just now waking up, man. Here's something else that I'm going to need a replacement for. My laptop. This is crazy, man. I guess I shouldn't put too many devices on this. I wanted to kind of make a big topology here, but this don't look like it can handle all that. So maybe I should not do all of that. Come on, buddy. We got Peter Hunt in the building. Appreciate you for tuning, Peter. You guys didn't miss anything. I'm just kind of reading articles on what's going on in the IT world right now. I got router 1 that's waking up out of his slumber right now. As you can see, he's still going through the damn wizard. I pressed enter a bunch of times. I'm trying to play. Oh, I'm supposed to push. No, that's why. Duh, what the hell? But still, he's still kind of taking his time to wake up there. See, before he gets into the mode that I need to. But we're just gonna kind of freestyle this lab. We're gonna work with OSPFv3 again, which I know is the IPv6 flavor of. There you go, right there. And we'll name him. Come on, man. Come on, router 1. I guess we'll see if we can get in a router 2 as well. See, I didn't double click that, man. I guess I did, but I didn't drag it, so I don't know why he did all of that. Here we go. No. And looks like I'm getting CPU hog messages again. We'll go to privileged exec mode, global config mode. And what I got gig 00 and gig 01 going that way. So let's start with the 00. So that's connected to router 2. Interface gig 00. We'll give him the IP address, IPv6 address. I guess we'll do colons. We'll do 2000 some shit. So that way we ain't gotta type in a whole bunch of new addresses. 2001, and then where we at? Where we at here? Got any questions or anything? Hit with that like button. And as you can see, I am getting some well, I ain't no hog message, but we'll do it like that. /64. We'll do that. Hold up. Let's see. What else we need? Link local? We do need a link local address. Oh, I need to turn on IPv6. Let's do that. We need to turn on IPv6 Unicast routing. That turns it on, right? GI00 IPv6 address. And then we'll do 2001 : I wanted to do 1 and then /64 is what I wanted to do. I guess it was asking for a link local address. What did I try to do last time? Oh, and then when I question marked after the address, no, see? Okay, either way. We'll do this side as I guess to 2. Let's put some loopbacks. Let's put some loopbacks instead. That way we can just let's do that. Control A. No. Come on, man. No. Bow. Let's get out of that. Let's do loopbacks. Loopback 0, and then I'll give them that IP address. ::1. We'll do that, and then we'll make him 2, and let's give him a router. Let's turn on OSPF, and let's give it a router ID of 1.1.1.1. Unless y'all want to give him something else, whatever. Let's see what his router ID now. Well, no, he doesn't have a router ID yet. Host name is going to be R1. We need to make sure we change that. What else we wanted to do? Let's go into OSPF version 3, right? So router, we said there was 2 ways to do it, right? We could do either IPv6 router or IPv6 router OSPF and then the process ID, in which in this case I'll do process ID. Well, let's do 69. I don't know why I got that number in my head right now. Right? But that, remember we said that is the old way of doing it. And see, look, we already got an error. Process ID 69 could not pick a router ID. Please configure manually. So let's see what happened there. Show IPv6 protocols, and I did get the router process of 69, but I did not get a router ID there. Remember, we have to manually configure one, and I didn't really mean to do it this way anyway, right here, because remember we said this was the old way. These are considered legacy commands when you are configuring OSPF version 3. We don't want to do it this way. We could, but you know those commands will probably be deprecated in some newer versions of iOS, right? So let's go back to global config mode, and we say let's get rid of this. So no, what's going on with my computer here, man? Know that, and then we'll say router OSPFv3 like that. Process ID of 69. Now we're in router config mode again, but we still get this error. He says, please configure a router ID. So let's give him the router ID of 1.1.1, and we've been doing this like pretty much all week, right? But remember, I do things. That's how I do it. I got to do things over and over and over for the shit to stick, right? And like they say, repetition is the key to mastery, right? So we got to take 1,000 jump shots a day, man. Like we Kobe, man. We feel like Kobe right now. What else we need here? Let's verify our work with what we got so far. We got show IPv6 protocols. We got process ID 69. Did we get a router ID yet? I don't see the router ID there. I guess it doesn't show it to you this way. What's another way to check our router ID? I think we could just do show IPv6 OSPF, right? Just like that. Don't look like it. Probably because I need to become neighbors with somebody. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Show IPv6 v6 protocols. It is up. But I wanted to verify the protocol, the router ID. But I'm pretty sure that it did get it. I probably need to become neighbors with somebody. I don't know. Let's look at y'all know another command that I can look up to see to verify OSPF. Do 10. No, I mean not 10. 69. Address family not found for processes 69. Maybe we got to turn on the address family like we did yesterday, right? Oh, we have to put an actual interface to do that. Okay, I see you. So let's go ahead and gig 00 and put that interface. We're going to put this interface in to participate in OSPF, right? How we do that? We said it's OSPFv3, and then we got to do what? The process ID after that? Yes. So 69, and then we say the area, right? I think. No, you don't do the area. No, after that you got to do IPv4, IPv6 in this case, and then the area, and then the process ID, or the area rather. What am I thinking? So in this case, the area is going to be area 0. So now it says here is not enabled on this interface. I think because we need to give him an IP address, right? We'll see. I think we got to give him an IP address before that can happen. I believe that's what we got to do. Let's see. Before we do all of that though, let's work with router 2. Let's work with router 2. Let's see here. Let's go to global config mode. And we say, remember, I don't think the process ID got a match either, right? So if you have, I have process ID 69 on this side. That one could be like 10 or 40. It can be any other number between 1 through what? 65, 535, right? Is that number? Yes. Any number between them two right there. Let's go back to router 2. Let's put I'm gonna put the same process ID so we can keep it consistent, right? Router OSPFv3 process ID 69. We didn't turn on IPv6 routing. How do we do that? IPv6 Unicast routing that turns on IPv6. Now router OSPFv3 69. He couldn't pick a router ID, so go ahead and pick one. What's the one we're going to give him? We're going to give him the router ID of 2.2.2.2. We'll do that. Let's also give him, let's see, I want to see, can you verify it that way yet? Nope, you can't look at it just yet. Let's give him a loopback. Go to config mode. We'll give him a loopback similar to this guy. It was It was me. Show IPv6 interface brief. It is bloop. That is his. We'll give him the same thing like 2001, and then just add a 2 to it. Just add a 2 to it. So like this, but we need to go back to that interface. So loop 0 will give him IPv6 address is this. That's what I was gonna do. Instead, I put the loopback to participate in OSPF. That's what I was doing instead of the physical interface there. Y'all have any questions or anything so far? I'm losing anybody or whatever? Y'all let me know. Or if y'all have any ideas on how, remember, this is just a freestyle. We just kind of come up with just stuff on the fly here. What's another number I could do there? Computer's freezing up over there, man. Y'all hit me that like button, man. IPv6 address, that, and then we'll do /64 like this. Let's go back to that interface. He's supposed to be R2 interface loop back 0. We'll put him in OSPF router OSPF. Sorry, that's not how we do it. It was OSPFv3, and then you put the process ID. I can't remember. Yes, the process ID. So in this case, 69, and then you say IPv6 area 0. You're putting that in area 0. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then theoretically they should become neighbors, right? So let's do it on the loopback instead. So global config mode. That's what I was getting confused. I'll put it on the actual interface. So interface loopback 0 there. Put that in area 0, and them two should theoretically become neighbors, right? Because they are in the same network, I think. Up. They're connected. Area 0, area 0. What else do we need here? Oh, well, you don't really have a route to get to that, do we? What else we need? I hate IPv6. Let's go to router 3 while that's coming up. And then I'm going to put, let's do this. You know what? I should have put that physical interface there. And then that physical interface. Let's do that instead. Let's do that. So go back 1, interface GI00, and then we'll say we need to give them an IP address. Well, can you do IPv6 enable? Couldn't you do that too? And then do the same thing with this bloop. Now it's enabled, and then router 2, we gotta do the same thing, right? On gig 01, interface gig 0/1, IPv6 enable. Or do I still gotta put I still have to put an IP address there? Because now that interface is in area 0, that interface is in area 0. Let's work with router 3. I keep saying I'm going through these damn wizards here. Wake up, Mr. West. While those guys are coming up, let's see what else we got in the networking world. SD-WAN stuff. Comcast grabs SD-WAN specialist Masergy. Deal to acquire software-defined networking company Masergy will give Comcast business a boost in the enterprise SD-WAN and SASE markets. Didn't know that. Comcast is kind of growing there, aren't they? So an acquisition by Comcast is going to put them in the, I guess, in the SD-WAN market there. We got some CPU hog messages. That's not good. Go to global config mode. And we put 0, right, on this one? Yeah, we put 0 in area 0. What's going on? We don't have no neighbors just yet, man. Show IPv6 OSPF neighbor. Yeah, we don't have no neighbor yet. I thought we got to put. Do we have to do that address families command or what's that other command? Let me pull up the Encore book real quick. Official cert guide. What do you guys? Anybody studying for any certs or anything like that? I want to say I'm studying for the Encore exam, but that will be a lie. I did not sign up for it or anything yet. And this guy's still waking up. Come on, man. My goodness. All right, while that guy's booting up, let's go back to router 3. Are you going for CCNP or something else? Yeah, like I said, I want to say I'm going for my CCNP, but like I said, that would be a lie, man. My certification does not expire until like the end of 2023. So, because I took the route exam a couple years ago, and I also took the switch exam. Well, I took the route last year, took switch the year before, so that pushed back my expiration date. And then when COVID happened, I think they extended everybody's certification for like 6 months because you couldn't even take no exams or anything. So that's the reason why I got pushed. I got mine pushed back. Thinking of starting Encore. Yeah, me too. But then again, you know, I made this whole spreadsheet and stuff like that, and I've just been so busy at work that I haven't really been studying like I said I was going to. Been streaming, but not really studying. I ended up, and it's funny you said that because I ended up actually buying the book like probably 10 minutes prior to the stream because I'm like, I am not doing any reading at all, and I need to get some kind of reading to get some kind of structure here. The only thing I've been keeping structured was these streams here, and even that I haven't been doing. And what am I doing here? OSPFv3. We put them in area 0. Now I'm confused. Now, why aren't these guys becoming neighbors just yet? Why aren't these two becoming neighbors just yet? What am I missing here? Let's see. Did I turn on IPv? I turned on Unicast routing on this, right? Yes, I did. I turned on routing here. What does he have routes to? Show IPv6 routes. He is directly connected to the 2001 network /1/64. Via loopback 0, directly connected. What about this guy? Show IPv6 routes. Directly connected via loopback 0. He said, which book did you get? The title. The book that I got was the Cisco Press Encore book, and then I also got the Anarsi book. They have like a package deal. Yeah, so I ordered both of those books. Again, it was the Encore and the Anarsi book. And like I said, I have yet to really get them to studying. What am I missing here, y'all? Got Professor Black Ops in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. We got all these CPU hog messages over here. Let's change him to router 3. What else we got here? Yeah, let's turn on Unicast Routing, IPv6 routing, IPv6 Unicast Routing, and then let's do that loopback. We'll give him a 3 loopback. So same thing, but do a 3. And I'm gonna do a /128 with this one. Interface loop back 0. IPv6 address 2001 : I think 33 /128. We'll do 128 on this one. And then broadcast this one. IPv6, no, router, no, OSPFv3, process ID of 69, area, or IPv6, area 0. And I didn't have a router ID, so let's go back and do that. Exit, router, or OSPF, that's what it was. Router OSPFv3, process ID of 69, and then the router ID of 3.3.3.3. He's gonna keep spitting this error at me until I pick a router ID. And there it is right there. Show IPv6 protocols. Now I can't remember. There's my router ID right there. See, how come he got the router ID, but when I did it on these guys, I don't get to see my show IPv6 protocols. Oops. Oh yeah, now he got it at that time. Now you can see his router ID. That's good. And I got 2 interfaces in area 0 there. What about these guys? Protocols. We got 2 interfaces in area 0. You know what? That's why they're not coming up. I think the interfaces are down. IPv6 interface brief. That's the reason why, man. Y'all see that, man? Bloop. So let's go ahead and bring that bad boy up. Well, he don't have an address. Let's see. Let's do this. Interface gig 0. Interface gig 00. No shut that bad boy. He has a link local address, but I don't think that'll bring him up though. Global config mode in interface gig 0/1. No shut. And okay, so now the interface is up. Let's take a look at the IP addressing for these guys. Show IPv6 interface brief. 01 has a link local address. Let's give him the IP address. Let's give him the same thing as the loopback, but we're gonna add 22 to it. /128. Interface gig 01. interface gig 01. Give them an IP address of 2001. We'll say 22. There you go. Now he a neighbor with the other guy. Let's see. I guess he became neighbor because we have the whatchamacallit, that link local address allowed him to become neighbors. This right there. So anyway, so far he's got one neighbor. Walked into the OSPF neighborhood and he said, "Oh, you speak OSPF too? That's what's up, man. Let's become neighbors." Y'all got any questions or anything so far? Or any other suggestions? Man, we just kind of freestyling this, man. Just coming up with something here. Let's go back to router 3. Now we've got router 3's got 3 interfaces, right? He got them two need to be in area 0, and then this one need to be in area 54, right? So let's do that. Let's work with that. Router 3. Let's see here. Let's put interface gig 00. Go to global config mode. Interface gig 00. I want to put the loopback in area 0, because then the loopback can be reached by both of these guys. Let's do interface range. Let's do both those in area 0. Interface range gig 00 through 1. Right, so that's gonna work with both of these two interfaces right here. And we're gonna say OSPFv3 process ID of, I'm gonna say, let's give it another process ID. We'll say process ID of 10. And then we could just say IPv6 area 0. Let's see here. IPv6 is not enabled on that interface, and the range command failed. Okay, so what if we just do IPv6 enable like that, and then try that again? There, I enabled it. Okay. Now he says I couldn't pick a router ID. Oh, because I put another process ID. Damn it. That's what's wrong here. Okay. So now we got 2 process IDs here. This is good. This is good. Fucking it up, but now we can see what happens when we fuck it up. Show IPv6 protocols. So I got 2 processes here. Router process 10. Process 69. I was trying to mix it all up here. So let's get rid of the process 10 here. Let's get rid of the process 10. And we got loopback 0 in area 0. That's fine. That's fine. And then I'm going to put the rest of those 2 in area 0 as well. But I'm going to put this one in another area. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's why we freestyling here, right? So let's get rid of the OSPF 10. Router, and that's what I like about these labs here, man. Just creating your own network and just seeing and just doing things on the fly, because now I'm not following a script and I'm seeing what happens, and I'm kind of doing things and just changing things on the fly here. Peter said, you keep going all the way back. Why not start with the command do? I don't know. You're right. I could do that. See what I did there. But I just like going back to the other mode. I don't know why, but you're right. You could use the do command, so that way you could use the command in any mode you want, right? Did you know that Nexus OS, you don't have to do the do command? You could just like use like show IP interface brief in user exec mode, or all the way in configuration in global config mode, for example. That's what's cool about Nexus OS. But yeah, I do always go back. You could always use the do command. You're right. So let's get rid of the no router OSPFv3 10. So I'm getting rid of that. And then I'm going to go into global config mode for process ID 69. So router OSPFv3 69. And with this, what did I want it to do? I didn't want to do it. I wanted to put those two interfaces in process ID 69. So I need to interface range GI 0/0 through 1 IP route so I keep doing all. See, I gotta get used to these IPv6 commands. IPv3 or OSPFv3. The process ID. Is that what's next? No. Yes, the process ID. So 69 and then IPv6 in this case, and then the area 0. Come on, work with me. Okay, good. So now I got these two interfaces in area 0. But remember, they're shut down, so I need to no shut them. Show IP interface. IPv6 interface brief. And those two interfaces are shut down. But we do have some linked local addresses. I guess I should still be able to work with OSPF on those, right? So interface range, no shut. Am I going to become neighbors with router 2? The interfaces are up. Am I become neighbors? Am I going to become neighbors? Am I going to become neighbors? Peter Hunt said, didn't know Nexus was like that. Yeah, it is. Nexus OS, man. It's pretty cool, man. I don't really use it too much at work because we have them in our data centers. And I deal mostly with the layer 2 access switches. So I'm dealing with this shit like here, like with this right here. But yes, with the Nexus, it's pretty cool. More beefier switches. They have different technology and stuff. So, while those are up, am I gonna get an OSPF neighbor? I thought them two would have become neighbors with this. I thought them two right there would have became neighbors with that. Because let's see who's in that process. Show IPv6 protocols. I thought I got rid of this process ID, but apparently I didn't. I have 3 interfaces in area 0. Loopback 0, gig 01, and gig 00. And there's my router ID. Now, do I need to turn anything else on for them to become neighbors? Do I need to give them an IPv6 address? Or can I just work with the link local address? Does anybody know that? Riddle me this, Batman. Oh, they're still admin down? Show IPv6 interface brief. No, they're up now. They're definitely up. Who he became neighbors with? He became neighbors with 1.1.1. Oh, so gig 00 is not up, I don't think. Let's see on that guy. Show IPv6 interface brief. Gig 00 is not up. Show enough. Show enough. You see that? So we got to bring that up. Enable IPv6 and hopefully let's see if we can become neighbors with a link local address. Because I didn't know if you could do that. Could you? Does anybody know? Can you just use your link local address to become a neighbor or to participate in OSPF? Go to global config mode, interface GI 00. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna do that again, right? I'm gonna no shut that. And then I'm gonna put a do this time for Peter. Show IPv6 interface brief. So it's up, but there's no IP addressing there, right? He's definitely not gonna become a neighbor that side. So what if I just do IPv6 enable and then do show IP interface brief? I do that, and now I have a link local address on it. Let's have that interface participate in OSPF. How? OSPFv3, the process ID of 69, IPv6 area 0, That puts that interface in OSPF, and there it is right there. Now they became neighbors. You see that? So you could become, that's food for thought for me. This is why I love labbing, man. Just little shit like this right here. I didn't know we could just become neighbors using the link local address. That's good. That's good. So now we got these three right here become neighbors. We should have routes to each other and stuff like that. Can this guy, can he ping 3.3.3? So can he ping there over there? Let's just, basic connectivity real quick. I'll go to router 1. Let's take a look at his routing table before we even answer that question. Show IPv6 interface brief. I'm sorry, my bad. Show IPv6 route. I don't see, I do have an OSPF route to the 2. Oh, there it is. Yeah, to 3. So yeah, I should theoretically be able to ping. Who is that? 2001.3. I believe that's this guy. So yeah, let me see. What was his interfaces? Yes. So okay, yeah. So I should be able to ping that. I forgot. So I won't be able to ping the 2.2.2 because that's the router ID, but I should be able to ping that right there. Is what I think, right? So ping IPv6, pretty network gods. Nothing just yet. Ping IPv6 2001::3. Is that the IP address that I needed? What am I missing? What am I missing? He said he got a route to that, don't he? 2001. What did he get from /128? Router 3. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? I thought I should be able to ping that. It's /128 2001::3. I'm not gonna be able to ping 2.2.2 because that's the router ID. I won't be able to do that. So that is not like a configured address. Not only that, unrecognized host. See later. You can't even do that. No. What I meant to say was 3.3, but it should give you the same error. Yeah, see? What I want to do is ping the loopback, which is that right there. Now, router 2, what does his IP addressing table look like? All right, so, yeah, his router ID is wrong. 2001::1. Mine is 2001::1 as well. See there? That's wrong. I need to fix that loopback address. Show IPv6 interface brief. That need to be fixed. That need to be a 2. Show run interface loopback 0. What the hell is wrong with me there, man? Let's go to global config mode to fix that. Interface loopback 0. We'll say IPv6 address 2001::2/64. And then, can he ping that now? Get on these creative net guards. 2001::3. No, I'm missing something. But I fixed that address. That's definitely show IPv6 interface brief. Y'all got any questions or any? Oh, I got to get rid of. What do I got to get rid of? I got to get rid of this. See, so I'm glad we double checked that. Global config mode interface loop. You can put more than one address on a more than one IPv6 address on an interface. No IPv6 address this /64. Get rid of that. Show IPv6 interface brief. So that got rid of it. and now it works. See there? We got a reply. So we was able to ping from router 1 to router 3 by fixing the fucked up address on router 2 over there. It's all good though. This is all about experimenting, right? Let's go ahead and fix router 4, and then we should be able to do some. We'll put this in another area. Put this in another area, right? Router 3. Let's fix router 4. Let's go to router 4 real quick. We haven't harassed him in a while. Y'all with me so far, man? I hope you guys are labbing with me. No. Oh man, I'm just man. Waking up. He's waking up. He's waking up. Global config mode. Change his host name to router. What he said? Router. He's router 4. He's also got some CPU hog messages there. Do me like that, man. Let's turn on IPv6 routing with what? IPv6 Unicast routing. We'll give him the process. We'll do a different process ID this time, right? We'll go with, I don't know, 46. No, we'll go with 50. Process ID 50. Let's turn on OSPF router OSPFv3. Process ID of 50. He says that I couldn't pick a router ID. Can you configure one, please? We're gonna give him 4.4. So we're gonna say router ID 4.4.4.4. Exit out of this. We'll do a loopback interface loopback 0 IPv6 address of 2001:4. We'll say 4/64. What else we need? We need those interfaces there to participate in area 0. Gig, come on, man, fuck out of here. Gig 01 and 00. We need to participate. We need them to participate in area 0. So we'll do a range command, right? And we also got to turn them up, right? Show IPv6 interface brief, right? We need to make sure gigs. We need to make sure those two are up, and they also have IP addresses. So global config mode interface range GI 00 through 1. We're gonna say IPv6 enable, and then do a show IPv6 interface brief. They have linked local addresses now. Let's put those interfaces to participate in area 0 with OSPFv3 process ID of, we said 50, IPv6 area 0. That puts those two interfaces in area 0. I should become neighbors now, right? Do a show IPv6 interface brief. We got to no shut those bad boys. And then we should theoretically become neighbors now, right? We should have a neighbor with router 1 and router 4. Router 3, rather. We should have two neighbors. There's router 3. So we became neighbor with 3.3.3. So this guy right here. Don't look like we're a neighbor with this guy just yet. Probably we need to do something with that interface right there. Let's go back to router 1 and take a look at gig 00 or gig 01. Show IPv6 protocols. That is correct. You see, we only got two interfaces in area 0, which is gig 00 and the loopback, which is floating around here somewhere. So we need to make sure this is in area 0. Go to global config mode, interface GI 0/1. What happens if we just do, what interfaces are up? First of all, gig 01 is still down. So let's do it. Well, let's double check. Show IPv6 interface brief. He's still down. So we say no IPv6 enable. And then show IP interface brief. Now he got a link local address. No shut. And then go back to router 2, and he should become neighbors with, I'm sorry, router 4. He should see a neighbor with 1.1.1.1. What interface? What router was that? Did I do that on? I do that on router 1? I did. Router 4. Will you become a neighbor? Get on our knees, pray to the network gods. We're working with router 1 and router 4. Gig 01 just turned up. And then on this side, gig 01 just turned up. We didn't put that interface. Okay, that's what it was. We didn't put this interface. So we turned this interface up. We enabled IPv6, but we didn't put it to participate in area 0. OSPFv3 process ID of 50, right? Well, no. This one, we said the process ID was 69. We see we got to be careful here. So 69, IPv6 area 0. I hope that 03 took it when we did that. See, we received the incorrect area mismatch. Probably because, see there, we needed to put, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. No. See, it's good error to see there. We put the wrong, it says we got a process incorrect area from this area. We needed to put area 0. We put 03 there. So let's do that again. Area 0 like this. Get rid of that. Put that in area 0. Now they became neighbors. This is what we was looking for. Holla back. Jettily said, did you use David Barmel's video to get GNS3 working? Yes, I did. No, I used this video to get Even G working. A long time ago, I did use this video for GNS3 as well. Yes, I did. A long time ago. Yes, I did. I think I did for both GNS3 and Even G. So yeah, David Baumel was really helpful with his tutorials, man. All right, so we looking good. We looking good here, man. Let's look at what neighbors we got. Show IPv6 interface brief. Oops, not interface brief. Show. Let's look at router 4. He should have two neighbors, right? Router 4 should have a neighbor over here, and he should have a neighbor over here. Let's do a show. Get out of this. Show IPv6 interface. I'm sorry. OSPF neighbor, and there we go. We got two neighbors there. That's good to go. That's good. We looking good here. And we was able to ping from here to there. We already tested that. What else we want to do? Let's put this interface in area 54 and make them to become neighbors, right? So this guy is now considered an ABR, right? An area border router because he borders two areas. Let's go to router 3 and fix that. Go to global config mode, enable global config mode, interface GI 0/2. We'll say IPv6 enable. I'm going to use another network here. We'll say, I don't want to use link local addresses with this here. Let's do EU. Can you do EUI64? Let's do that. Y'all know what that is, right? When you take the MAC address and attach it to like some arbitrary numbers or some shit. I can't remember. I did a whole video on the UI64. I need to watch that over again so I can remind myself what the hell that is. Interface gig02. We said, let's do, is it just EUI like that? I forgot how to do it. Oh, I think you gotta do IPv6 address. IPv6 address and then EUI. No, how you do it? I forgot. Auto config. That's how you obtain an address using auto configuration. Auto config. And then let's do a show IPv6 interface brief. And gig02 has that as an address. That looks like a link local address too, though. So, oh yes, that is the EUI64 because it has the FFFE in the middle of it, right there in the middle. But see, that's the same thing with this one too. What the hell? Oh no. Oh well, whatever. Farfig Nugan. Let's go turn that interface up. Interface GI02. We'll say no shut. No shut. And then let's put that to participate in area 54 with OSPFv3 process ID of We'll use the same process ID, different area. Can we do that? Can we do that? What process ID we got going on in this one? I'll use the do command for Peter. Show IPv6 protocols. I got process ID 69 and also process ID 10, which I thought I got rid of. Apparently not. Let's get rid of that. No router OSPFv3 10. That should get rid of it. Nope, I guess not. No router OSPFv3. Why can't you do it that way? See, look at that. 3. Is it because it got to be lowercase? What the hell? Show OSPFv. No router OSPFv3 10 like this. Oh, it's OSPF. What the hell is wrong with me? That's what I was looking for. So that should get rid of it. Show IPv6 protocols. That did not get rid of process ID 10. That's rather interesting. No, yeah, I would have thought that would have got rid of it. Or this right here would have got rid of it. No router OSPFv310. Let's see. Show run. Let's do a show run real quick. Should have done a section. Typed it down to a section. He said starts with FE80, so link local. Okay, yes, that's what I thought too. But I thought, yeah, this is link local right here. But I thought the auto configuration, when you use this right here, obtain an address using auto configuration. Is that different from a link local address? I don't know. So whatever. I'm trying to get rid of that process ID though. Trying to get rid of that. See, there it is right there. That's that auto config that I did right there. We definitely need to put something like this, but we're going to say area 54, right? Because we want to put this in another area. I guess I could use the same process ID, but I want to get rid of this right here. How the hell do I get rid of that? Anybody know? Let's see. Go to global config mode. No, this. Show run pipe section OSPF. That looks like it got rid of it. that time. So now we're going to say global config mode interface GI0/2 OSPFv3 process ID of 69 IPv6 area. We're going to say 54. That puts that in area 54. This right here. And then now let's say show IPv6 protocols. See what we got going on here. We have that interface in area 54. Good to go. Okay, let's put this in area 54 as well. Right here. Turn on IPv6 routing. Put that in what's we call it? Area 54. Get them to become neighbors. And then let's put a loopback on there too. Broadcast it out of OSPF and see if we can ping all the way across. And then I don't know if I want to build this lab to be even larger because I'm ready to call it. But I thank you guys for rocking with me so far, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Because like I said, I did not really feel like labbing today, but you know, just when I get messages, you know, people DMing me, hey, you streaming today, or you know, people leaving comments and stuff on my YouTube, which I haven't done those tutorials in a while. I want to pick back up on those, man. But I just be putting so much on my plate, man. I really do, man. So, anyways, I thank you guys for rocking with me. Let's go to router 5. We're gonna put a loop back on there. We'll give them the router ID of 5.5. Wake up, Mr. West. Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. West. Comcast is certainly serious about boosting its corporate network business, or the cord cutters are really causing some damage. Maybe both. Either way, Comcast Business just announced plans to acquire privately held Master G Communications, an SD-WAN and cloud-based security specialist. Comcast is a public company, but Master G is not. So terms of the deal were not disclosed. Master G was acquired by private equity firm Berkshire Partners in 2016. Comcast currently has its own SD-WAN offering through a partnership with Versa Networks, but it's geared towards small businesses. Nabbing Master G gives Comcast greater access to the enterprise. Master G specializes in managed SD-WAN and secure communications, as well as cloud-based unified communication solutions. The company said it has more than 1,400 customers in almost 100 countries. That's interesting. Comcast is really trying to get into the SD-WAN world there. SD-WAN is the future, y'all know, right? Software-defined networking, global config mode. You give him the host name of router 5, R5 rather. And then let's turn on IPv6 routing, Unicast routing. Let's turn on OSPF version 3, router OSPFv3. Remember, this the new way right here, right? And you give them the process ID. I'll say process ID of, let's do the process ID of 50. No, we ain't gonna put the process ID 54 because it'll be the same process ID as the area. Let's say it's process ID 10, right? Like that. Process ID 10. That is how you do it, the new way, right? The old way is IPv6, and then you say IPv6 OSPF. No, that's not what it is. How you do it again? IPv6. No, it was OSPFv3. No, I forgot how. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. IPv6 OSPF. That's not how it was. I can't even remember now. Do I have the book in there? Let me see. This was the book, by the way, that I was working off of, or somebody asked me about a question. No IPv6 router OSPF maybe? Yes, I think that's the one I was looking for, Bucky. IPv6 router. Well, I was trying to figure out what the old way of turning on OSPF version 3, which I think that's the way you just said it. IPv6. What you said? IPv6 router OSPF. Okay, yeah, I think that's what it was. So IPv6 router OSPF Yes, and then the process ID. Yes, exactly. That's what I was looking for. So that's the old way of doing it, but we want to do it this way. Now, either way works, but like I said, this is what's considered a legacy command. So when they come out with another OSP, like another version of iOS, they'll probably remove this command right here. But either way, both of them work on this image right here. So router OSPFv3. Jesus, come on, man. OSPFv3. That's why I'm mistyping it. There is what's going on there. 10, and he's probably gonna say I need a router ID, and there it is right there. We'll give him the router ID of 5.5, 5.5.5, like that. What else we want to do? Let's give him a loop back. Let's give him a loop back. Exit out of this. We'll say interface loop back 0. IPv6 address of, let's say 2001::5, like that, /64. No shut. Well, it's already no shut. Did we no shut the gigabit interface? Show IPv6 interface brief. We have the loop back there. We did not no shut the gigabit interface, nor did we give them an IP address. So let's go to global config mode, interface gig 0000, IPv6. We'll just say no shut like that. No shut. And then if we just say IPv6 address auto config, but I thought there was another way to just say like EUI64. Is that EUI64 when you do it that way? Does this looks like it's the same thing as just IPv6 enable? Because when we do it like this, right? Let's just do show IPv6 interface brief. I'm just dealing with IPv addressing at this point, right? So now the interface is up, right? But we didn't give him an IP address. Now if I do auto config, he's going to get a link local address that's similar to this right here, right? With the FFFE in the middle of it, like that, right? That's considered what, an EUI64 address, right? Or link local, I guess. That's two different things, right? Can't remember. Yes. Yeah, because this would be part of the MAC address, and I think that's the other part of MAC address over here. Can't remember. Or if I just do IPv6 enable, that'll also give him an address. See, watch. So I'm just going to do IPv6 enable, which is what I was doing in the other ones. IPv6 enable. Let me see what other commands are there, though. Crypto enable configure. That's it. So we'll say IPv6 enable. That enables it on this interface. And then now he should theoretically become a neighbor with router 3 when you do that, right? Is gig 02? Is that one up there up? I can't remember if this one is up or not. Let's do a show IPv6 interface brief. He got a link local address now. That guy right there. He also has is up. Is he participating in OSPF? I can't remember. Show IPv6 protocols. No, he's not. He's not. That interface, gig 00, needs to be participating in OSPF. IPv interface gig 00. We got Lee McMillan in the building. He said, bro, I'm missing the broadcast. Hey, it's all good, man. You can use EUI64 bug, but you have to give it the first prefix of 64. Haven't had internet in 2 months. Only phone. Can't see the screen. Oh, man, Lee, I am so sorry. Damn, dude. I can't even live without the internet, man. Look at me, man. Just dealing with routing and stuff, man. I was thinking that EUI64 as well, but I hate IPv6 too much to learn it properly. Hey, same here, man. At first I was kind of struggling trying to get through this. I'm just like, I hate IPv6, man. They've been talking about we running out of IP addresses, and we need to learn this shit. We need to learn this shit. Man, I mean, they've been saying that shit since like 2011. They say we've exhausted all IPv4 addresses. Here we are still using IPv4. And I was talking with my boss. He's a network, architect, and he's like, he knows this stuff like the back of his hand and stuff like that. He predicts that we, like me, I'm in my 40s, he's in his 40s. we are not going to use IPv6 in our lifetime. That's how, with all of these things that are in place with, with NATing and that's basically, and private IP addressing and stuff like that. We're going to continue using IPv4 for a long time. So we probably won't see places fully adopting IPv6 in our lifetime. So, but for some way we have to learn the shit. So whatever. Let's put gig 00 IPv6. No, we said OSPFv3 process ID of 10. IPv6 area 0. No, area 54. And them two become neighbors. Them two should become neighbors. And there they go right there. Boom. He became a neighbor with 3.3.3, which is this guy right here. And if we go to 3.3, he should have a neighbor right there. 5.5.5. Good to go. What else we need to do? Let's show IPv6 route. Actually, let's see if router 1 can see router 5. Does he have a route to that? He should show IPv6 routes. It's a different area. He learned a route from the 2 to 3. I don't think I got a way to get there. Probably because I got to do the loopback. Let's see. Did I put the loopback in that as well? I don't think so. That's what it is. Show IPv6 protocols. The loopback is not participating in area 54. So let's do that. Global config mode, interface, loop 0, OSPFv3, 3. Jesus Christ. I can't even remember these damn commands. OSPFv3. What it is there's so many damn letters. Process ID of 10. IPv6 area 54. So now let's do for Peter over there. Show IPv6 protocols. We have two interfaces. We have the loopback now participating in area 54. Can router 1 see the 5 network? There it is right there. It is an OI, which means it's the inter-area network. We should start looking at them LSAs now too, because now we have a different area. We've introduced another area here. What does OIA mean? I mean OI rather. That is, it's inter-area. I don't know where the hell it's at in the legend though. I was about to explain it. There it is right there, man. OSPF inter-area route. There it is right there. So it is an inter-area route. Meaning we learned it from basically another area. So I wish they would have called it external area, because it's an area that's external from us, right? But that's something different, because this is external right there, and I believe that's external too, right? Whatever. Can router 1 ping router 5? Let's get on our knees, pray to the network gods. He should be able to, because now he got a route, right? Ping IPv6 2001. My bad. 2001 5. We got a reply. Let's take a look at I guess the database and the LSAs, and then maybe we could freestyle and add some more in here. Maybe we could add another one here, and then let's say I want to give y'all a pop quiz here. Let's say I put a router 6 right here, but I put him in area 7. And he only connects to router 5. How can I get him to connect to area 0? Because theoretically, remember, when we create our backbone, all the areas must connect to a background. So if I created an area, I don't know, an area 10 or another area over here that has the router 6 in it, if that doesn't directly connect to the backbone, what is a way to kind of fix that? So that way it at least has connectivity to the backbone. Why would you look back at the LSAs? To just kind of dissect them? we got to familiarize ourselves with those LSAs. There's different LSAs that you get through different areas and stuff like that. So you don't have to look at the LSAs, but you know, it's that's how you kind of learn them. At least that's how I'm gonna learn them. Well, good question. What we wanted to do, go to router 1 and do that, I guess. Do you know what was the fix, or not what the fix is, but the way we can look at it? Show IPv6 OSPF database. We have, this is process ID 69. Let's split this up now. This is process ID 69. And they're all in process ID 69. We only got one process ID, one process there. Use a tunnel. Yes, that's correct. A virtual link specifically. Yeah, a virtual link. So we have, remember, these are the type 1 LSAs in area 0. We got the type 1s from everybody in area 0. Who's the advertising router? 1.1 is me. 2.2 is him. 3.3 is him. And 4.4 is this guy down here at the bottom, right? He's router 4. This is the ages of them. Link count 2. We got 2 links, I guess, to router 2, or to each. No. Yeah, I guess. No, I'm not even sure what the link count is. That one link and then that another link. Oh, is that what I'm thinking? I don't know. Netlink is a type 2 LSA, right? Let's pull those up. I know I got some favorites over here somewhere. LSAs. Ultimate guide to LSAs right there. Bringing those back up. But see, these are regular OSPF. This is IPv4 OSPF. I guess they're kind of the same because some of these were they add different areas. I mean, different LSAs for OSPF version 3. So I don't think this is the same. I don't think this is the same right here. This OSPF LSA types, but some of these are different. So like, for example, the router LSA is the same for sure. The network LSA type 2 is also the same. That's for sure. Netlink. We have this right here. Inter area, I believe is it's not type 7. It's not type 7. See, that's not so stubby. And then type 8 says, you see, define for not so. This is IPv4 right here. So that's not going to help. Let's just Google real quick. IPv6, I'm sorry, OSPFv3 LSA types. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now see, let's take a look at these. Yeah, see, type 8 is a link LSA. And you see, this is what I was looking at. Router LSAs, type 1. Type 2 is network LSAs, but see, they don't really break down. And this is what I was looking for too. Virtual link was the answer to that question. Inter-area prefix LSAs. It's type 3, which is, that is right there. That's type 3 LSAs right there. 4 ABRs. Who's that? That's router 3. He is an ABR, right? Let's go back and check. Yep. He's an ABR because he sits between what? He borders area 0 and area 54. I think that's pretty much it, man. I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to your boy. if I do change my times, if I cancel a stream or if I move it to another time like I did today, I streamed today at 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock seems to be a more optimal time for me, man, because it gives me time to, after work to pretty much like sit and eat, man, and just relax, just recuperate, man, before I start streaming, man. So, um, here is a link to the Discord server. So if I do make changes or I do something different, copy. There's the link to the Discord server. So if I do make changes to my schedule, like I did today, you'll get the inside scoop if you are joined to the Discord server. So for now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.